welcome to At America, the U.S. Embassy's American Center with me, Hasna Rahani. We welcome everyone today joining us on another bi-weekly episode of Metropolitan Toastmaster entitled Metropolitan Toastmaster No One Wants to Be an Adult. Well, me neither. Growing up can be very scary, but it's fun though. Do you guys agree with me? Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, as usual, before we begin, let's spice things up with a little social media quiz. And the question for today is, when was the first unofficial Toastmasters meeting held? Is it A, 18th of March 1918, or B, 4th of September in 1905, C, 10th of September 1918, or D, 24 March 1905. You might type in your answer at any time during this session on our social media platforms. The lucky one who can guess the answer correctly will get a live shout out from us by the end of this event. Don't forget to do that because we really like to get everyone actively involved in this event. Other than that, don't forget to take a selfie and tag us on our social media platforms. And now, without further ado, to begin the session, allow me to pass the floor to the Vice President of Membership of Metropolitan Toastmaster. Please welcome Nikita.
All right, hello everyone. Hi, good evening. I hope, thank you very much for becoming the operator. I was a bit worried nobody's gonna sit there. All right, so can we get the slide on? All right, can we get the slide on there? All right, there we go. All right, so welcome to today's Toastmasters meeting. I am Nikki, and I will be introducing to everyone here what Toastmasters is. All right, so first of all, so maybe for the guests over here, because for the members, I think you guys are all quite familiar with what Toastmasters are. So for the newcomers here, Toastmasters is actually a nonprofit educational organization, and we're specializing in teaching public speaking and also leadership skills. And in this case, we have around 282,000 members worldwide. And over there, we actually have 14,000. All right, just confirming. 14,700 clubs worldwide as well. And last but not least, we are spread around 145 countries all around the world. So this, all right, there we go. Thank you so much. So for this club, we are called Metropolitan Toastmasters. And actually, there are so many benefits if you join as our members or even as our guests as well. So for members as well, you can be evaluated by seniors. Later on, you guys can see how the meetings are conducted, etc. But of course, as a member, you can be evaluated. You can also get a mentor over there so people can evaluate and also give constructive feedback on your speeches and so on. And then also, of course, you can improve your soft skills because we are here to learn from each other about public speaking, about leadership as well. It is also CVable, so you can put this in your CV and it looks very attractive if you are part of Toastmasters Club in that case. And for Metropolitan Toastmasters, we have two additional benefits. The first one being in collaboration with the one and only At America. Woo! All right, thank you very much. And of course, that was for At America, not for me. And we are also strategically located in Pacific Place. So, for example, whenever you're around the vicinity, you want to kind of like, relax first before joining our meeting, you can, or after, of course. And in Metropolitan Toastmasters, we have a saying over there because, well, this is our motto as well. So So whenever I say have fun, you guys can say go Mets in that case. Yeah? So let's try it one time. All right. Have fun. Go Mets. All right, one more time. Have fun. Go Mets. Awesome. All right. Thank you so much. Can I have an applause for that then? right, awesome. So next one, not only that, we have pathway learning experience as well. And for this pathway is basically for members only. And they can help you to build the competencies that you need to communicate and also to lead in this case. We have 11 pathways in total. For example, if you guys want to master, let's say, presentation, you can get presentation mastery. There, you can train yourself how to be a good public speaker. Or for some of our members, we also have engaging humor, for example. So if you want to try your hand on, let's say, stand-up comedy, you can also try that. For me personally, mine is persuasive influence because I feel like I'm not persuasive enough at work. So that's also why I chose that pathway. But of course, we have so many pathways for you guys to choose. You can later on consult with our Vice President of Education for that. All right, next one. Okay, so for tonight, I also have the honor to introduce our lovely executive committee, starting from our club president. Can you please stand up? All right, Toastmasters Wilson here. And then we also have our Vice President of Education, Toastmaster Albert, over there. All right, and then me myself as the Vice President of Membership. And then moving on, I also have, who do I want to call upon? Andy. We have Andy, which is not here apparently, but he is our Secretary and Treasurer. We have our Vice President of Public Relations, Diana, over there. And last but not least, we have Ozan, our Surgeon of Arms. Very lovely picture, by the way. Really. All right. Cool. And of course, we also have our immediate past president, Claudia. Unfortunately, she is not here, but this is our executive committee for this year. All right, moving on. And that is it for the short but sweet introduction for Toastmasters. And without further ado, let me open the meeting as the acting president for today by knocking this gavel for 3 times. And all right, meeting opened, and let me give the control back to the Toastmasters of the meeting, Toastmaster Wilson.
Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, welcome to Metropolitan Toastmasters Club. Please give your biggest round of applause. My name is Wilson. As mentioned by Toastmaster Nikki, I am the club president. And today I have the honor of serving you as the Toastmaster of the meeting, basically the MC of every event. Now, today's meeting is themed No One Wants to Be an Adult. That's why I'm wearing this. When I was a little kid, I considered myself as a little tiger, ferocious, fast, and big. As I grew up, I found my passion. I like to laze around and still be protected by the country. Guess what animal it is? Panda, that's correct. And you know, when I was a little kid, when I went to the safari park for the first time, I literally begged for my mom, "Mom, please buy me this hat." But she wouldn't allow it because she said it's too expensive. Now that I'm an adult myself, I earn my own money and I am able to buy this for myself. Yay! But still, even though I can earn my own money, I still don't like being an adult. My age is 25. I'm currently experiencing my midlife crisis. Where the hell is my girlfriend? Where the hell is my money, my career, my housing, etc., etc., and etc.? But rest assured, ladies and gentlemen, fellow children, we are here to relive our childhood memories. That's why I beg all of you, especially the guests over here, to participate in our table topic session, where we will participate in an impromptu speech led by our table topic master. Now today, our word of the day is memory. Memory is a noun, kata benda, which means Something remembered from the past or recollection. Can anybody raise a hand and give me an example of the word usage? Give me a sentence. Can you raise your hand? No one can use this? Yes, thank you very much, Toastmaster Wita. Please give her a big round of applause. Toastmaster Wita, can you give an example of the word usage?
Um, she lost her memory because she has a brain tumor. I don't know why I said that.
She loves her memory because her friend was. I see, I see. Thank you very much for sharing. I hope you can cope with your loss. Anyone else can give an example? Use this word in a sentence. That's it. Can anybody use? Do you want to try? You want to try? No? This kid is so sad. Okay, we can move on. Can you go to the next slide, please? In every Toastmaster meeting, we have 3 sessions. The first is the table topic session, where all members and guests in this room are welcome to participate and practice their public speaking. This is called table topic session. Each speech will be around 1 to 2 minutes. And then moving on, we have the prepared speech session, where this is only for members to deliver their projects of the pathways. Their speech will be around 5 to 7 minutes. And then the last but not least, we have the evaluation session, where everyone, the speaker, and the meeting itself will be evaluated by a team of evaluators. Now, next slide, please. As we are all children here, we have a team of teachers, which is led by the headmaster. The headmaster in this session is called the general evaluator. So without further ado, I would like to welcome our general evaluator, aka the headmaster of Metropolitan Toastmasters Club. Toastmaster Ozan, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Wilson. Well, hello, children. Well, look at these amazing people. And then there's this guy. What's up with that face? I do not know. It's just there. Well, anyway, my name is Ozan. As you can see, I'll be the general evaluator for tonight. And what is my job screen today is generally evaluate. That's it. But today, not only me who does the evaluating, I'll have some assistance from these 4 lovable people. And might as well call up for on them for a bit, up the stage, for them to introduce for a bit. And we have 4 of them. We have the grammarian, the ballot counter, the I and what counter, and the timer. And we'll see for soon enough. We'll present the grammarian first. Toastmaster Rian, could you come up to the stage to introduce yourself?
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My name is Rian, and I will be your grammarian for today. As a grammarian, my role is to take notes of any improper grammar usage or language you may make during your speech. And I will also jot down all the inspirational, motivating, and insightful quotes or line of sentences you may mention during your speech as well. Worry not, I'm not a grammar expert myself, but I do know some of the theories. However, a friend of mine who used to live in America says that the Americans will really appreciate if we can use proper grammar in our English conversation. So, although this is not a competition, you may still want to try your best to use a proper grammar in your speech. That's it from me. Good luck for all the speakers tonight. Back to you, GE.
Thank you, grammarian. And up next is the ballot counter. Toastmaster Sylvia, would you like to present yourself? And could you please explain your roles to everyone on here?
Hello, good evening everyone. I'm Toastmaster Sylvia, and today as a ballot counter, I will count your voting and will announce the winner or the most voting one for each session from the table topic master, the prepared speech, and also the evaluator. So don't forget to vote all the most favorite one because it's important to us. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sylvia. Thank you for the explanation. Up next is the I and what WOD counter. And you see, it was supposed to be Toastmaster Imam. but I believe he's not here. Yeah, so I would like to. Oh, okay, okay, okay. So at the last minute, so we could replay for a bit of Toastmaster Diana to explain what the roles for the RWD counter. Could you please move up the stage?
Okay, thank you so much, GE. So, hi all, my name is Diana. So, I'm going to be like the temporary, the RWOD counter for tonight, meaning that I'm going to count every fillers or or any kind of sounds that is going to be uttered during your speech, and then jot it down, and also count all the usage of the word of the day that is going to be memory. So, please try to incorporate that words and try to use probably the synonyms of it as well. So I'm going to count that as well, as long as Toastmaster Imam arrives. Okay, thank you. Back to you, GE.
You're welcome, Toastmaster Diana. And last but not least, we have the timer. Toastmaster Bimo, would you like to come up stage to explain to everyone what is your roles for tonight?
Okay, thank you everyone. Greeting Mr. and Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster, and guests. I am Bimo. As timer, I will time the table topic speaker, formal speech, and the evaluation. I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left using the green, yellow, and red light, which denote specific time remaining. Table topic speaker should limit their remark to no more than 2 minutes. And at 1 minute, green light is on. At 1 minute and 30 seconds, yellow light is on. At 2 minutes, red light is on. Those giving speech should limit their remark to their speech time. Most other speech, prepared speech, should be 5 until 7 minutes in length. At 5 minutes, green light is on. 6 minutes, yellow light is on. 7 minutes, red light is on. The individual evaluation should be between 2 until 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, red light is on. At 2 minutes and 30 seconds, yellow light is on. At 3 minutes, red light is on. Thank you, Mr. and Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bimo, and that is for all my assistants, and I believe that is for my assistants to the headmaster. By the way, my job here for tonight for the general evaluator, not only to oversee the whole meeting, and so from the people, from the speaker, from the participants, I offer the general of them and possibly evaluate for the most common thing, I guess. Anyway, so all right. Not only that, my job requires these 4 people to help me to help whether the meetings goes well or there's some attendance or anything, etc., etc. And for that, I believe that concludes my presentation as general evaluator. And I would like to give my torch back to the Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Wilson.
Thank you very much, our beloved headmaster. Thank you very much. Can you give my score 100, please, until the end of the semester? Okay then, dear children, we are about to begin our very first session of this meeting. Do you still remember what session it is? Table topics, that is correct. In table topics, once again, every guest and members are welcome, especially the guests. You have come here, you have come far. You should try to practice your public speaking while you have the chance to stand in this big and shiny stage. So, can you go to the next slide, please, headmaster? This table topic session will not be led by me, but by another teacher who will be teaching you children, me included, sorry, how to speak at this big stage. So let us welcome our table topic teacher, Toastmaster Firman, to the stage. Toastmaster Firman, the stage is yours.
Have fun? Yeah. Have fun? Okay. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. So, you know the table topic session. Why is this important for the table topic session? Because it will practice us to have like a impromptu speech. And why is impromptu speech important? Do you know? Raise your hand if you know why it's important. Okay. So the impromptu speech is very important because you will face this every day in your working life, in your daily life. So I remember in my interview sessions, my interviews are like asking the question that I don't know the answer, but I must answer at the time. So it will practice you how to speech, how to organize your speech, your answer, the opening, the body, and the closing in only a short time. So you must think very fast and how to present it very confidently. And this session will give us the practice time for doing that. Okay, so tonight is all about the memory, your childhood. I believe everyone is still remember your childhood, your memory. So maybe we start from the first topic. If you can share the topics. Oh, not yet. Okay. Okay. So, who want to be a volunteer for the first time from guests? Okay, please come forward. Okay. The age still childhood or the adult? Okay. So the first topic. So the time is 1 to 2 minutes, and there's like a topic here. So, when you were a child, how did you imagine your adult self? 1 to 2 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if somehow my childhood self can see me right now, he will be disappointed. Back then, I thought like adulthood was the thing. In my memory serves me right. There's a lot of things that I imagine back then when I become adult. One time, I imagine I being Clark Kent. But there's two things that doesn't make me a Clark Kent. One is that I'm out of shape. Second, I don't have any superpower. If I hit by a truck, that means I'm gonna transport to Isekai, like a afterlife such. But that's the thing, right? When we're a child, our imaginations goes wild. I become Superman, suddenly I become Ultraman, suddenly I become a police, and then when I become an adult, I just want to pay my taxes. But that's the thing about expectation, imagination. When we're a kid, we imagine so many things, but we got a slap from reality. But as I become an adult, I understand something. Remembering those fond memories when I was a kid, playing without any worries is amazing. Living without any burden. Right now, I have a lot of burden in BPJS, income tax. Wow, what a life, right? But that's the thing. I appreciate every moment that I have when I was a kid. I appreciate everything, even to the smallest detail. Because remember, guys, we only live once, so enjoy your time while it lasts. Thank you.
Thank you, Clark Kent. So we have the Supermans, and maybe your childhood is a Superboy, right? So it's not the Superman, or still Superboy. A Wonder Woman? No. Ah, okay, cool. Okay, the Taxman. So second speaker from guest. Anyone? If no one, maybe okay. Toastmaster Dede. Yeah. Okay. The stage is yours. And tell us about something you were afraid of as a child.
Thank you so much for table topic master. Tell us about something you were afraid of as a child. When was I child? I think there is no worries for me to do something in my life. I will play football. I will play kelereng or something else. But the one things that I afraid is actually to be adult because I wonder how I will to be in when I adult because sometimes when I was a child I always looking at my parents and they always worries about how we will live tomorrow and what is the kind food that we will eat for tomorrow and is it my father will get a pay for his job because sometimes I heard about the conversation of my parents and I really scared and afraid when I will not to be the someone when I adult. And today's I realized that everyone has their afraid to be an adult. But we have to face it because if we don't to be adult, I think we will sleep in the another another world. I mean, we will die. So I think the most thing that the afraid when I was a child and right now is same. How I will be in adult person. But the one thing that when I was a child, I just worry about anything without do something or plan anything. But when I adult, I will be prepared all of the things that I have to do to make better in my life as adult. So it's all for me. Thank you. Back to the table topic master.
Thank you. Marbles. Do you still remember how to play my marbles? It's like this, right? Ah. Yeah, this is my games. So for anyone who want to be recall your memories when you're a child, okay, please come forward. So, your name?
Wina.
I have a great memory with my mom, but I gonna choose one. When my mom teach me how to ride a bicycle, it's a great memory because it's first time my mom teach me something and I was try hard to ride it. But I fell many times and my mom still passionate to help me to try again. This is a great memory. I still remember that. And when I try another one, motorcycle, I fell again, and my mom also passionate in my opinion. I don't know in my mind. Maybe she was angry, but she only can passionate it with me. That's what a great memory. How about you guys? Do you have a great memory with your mom? Yes. The memory passed, but we still remember that, and we learn from the memory, and we be strong with the memory. So remember your memory and be strong.
Thank you, Vina. So, a good memory with your mother. So I have like a memory with my mother. So when I was maybe like 6 years old, I went to the market with my mother. So I hold my mother's hand. I thought it was her hand. It was like another mom. So it was like a wrong mom. So okay, next speaker who want to be a volunteer? Okay, please. See, what's your name?
My name is Dinda.
Dinda. Okay, Dinda. So the topic is tell us about your saddest childhood memory. Please, on the favorite.
Tell us about your saddest childhood memory. I don't think I have one. How about you guys? Because I have a lot of good memory about my childhood. But then when I became an adult right now, I have to memorize it as something that I would never even forget about it. Like, for example, when we used to be a child, we have our parents to take care of us, usually. I mean, for the majority of us. But now, as an adult, we have to take care of ourselves. So, actually, my very saddest memory is about my dad when he passed away during the COVID 19 2 years ago. I still remember when a couple of months before he died, he asked me, "What would you be if I'm not here anymore with you?" Well, then I'm very just spontaneously answer my dad, "Well, Kisera Sera." I think it's from the Latin one. We know the songs about Kisera Sera, right? Kisera Sera, whatever will be, will be. The future is meant to be Kisera Sera. So, yeah, that's my answer to my dad. I think it's the very saddest one memory. It's not when I was a child, but when my father passed away. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Sorry for the passing of your father. And so back to the topics. Anyone who want to recall your childhood again? So why is important to memorize your childhood? Because for me, whenever I got stressed, a lot of like workload, like I got desperate, I recall my happiest memories back. So I trying to go to the time that I have as happiest memories when I child, and I remember the song, I listen the song, and it brings back your energy. So it's important to recall your memory, but don't take too long. Like even you are driving car, if you like the while looking the mirror, it just look like for a moment and then just move on. Okay. So next speaker, who want to take the opportunity? Okay. Please. Sorry, what's your name?
Nabila.
Nabila. Okay. So the topic is what do you do? What do you remember from your favorite game? Your children' favorite game? Okay. Playing kite or marbles?
Okay, so uh, what I remember from my favorite games. Actually, when I was a kid, I had played games a lot, and uh, there were many things that I play, like hide and seek, and then I play video games, and then I also play a kite, like he mentioned before, because at that time I remember that in my neighborhood there were many boys, so the girls is not as many as the girls at that time. So I play a lot with them. So yeah, I kind of have different games that girls usually play. Um, and but one of my favorite is playing hide and seek because yeah uh, I I remember that at that time when I play hide and seek, I can uh, move from uh, wherever I want to go in my neighborhood, around park near my home, and so on and so forth like that. And that become one of my favorite because it's not only play the game, but I also have to move my body to go from one place to another place because I don't want to lose at that time. So yeah, that's my favorite game. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. So, who want to return to your childhood? Both of you, come on. Come on, both of you. No, no, come on. So, so you play a role.
Okay.
My name is Esther. Esther.
Tika.
Tika. Okay. Hi Tika.
Hi, Esther.
Nice to meet you here.
Yeah.
Maybe you can go first to tell about what is your favorite toys when you were child.
Oh, okay. So talking about my childhood memory, my favorite toys is a car. Sorry, I don't. Car. Mini car.
Oh.
Because I have a lot of um, a lot of cousin. They
Okay, I
often
see.
play the car in front
Ah.
of my house. So when they come to my house, I also play with them, and then we play together with the mini car. And how about you, Esther?
Interesting. When I was child, my favorite toy is um, it's like Barbie, but not Barbie in the. I mean the Barbie that is made from the paper. What is it in?
Paper.
We call it in Indonesia like BP-BPan. If you know.
I
Do you
never heard,
familiar
to be
about?
honest. But
Yeah.
maybe the audience also ever
Yeah,
heard.
that's right. I don't know what is it in English. So I really like to play it with my friend because when I play it, I can make imagination about the real Barbie what they do.
I see. You also did like a sustainable action because you can create your own toys.
Yeah, that's right.
So maybe the other toys,
The
your
other
favorite one.
The other toys is I like to play cooking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, like dove.
Like cooking, like not cooking in the real cooking, but yeah, just play it with my friend. Yeah.
Yeah, I see. I also did it when I was a childhood.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really fun things because we can also play a role as a master chef.
Yeah.
We can
That's right.
serve any kind of food to our mom, and our mom feels so excited with our food, even it is like a toys.
Yeah. Because we can make imagination about the beautiful story.
Yeah.
But
With our imagination
yeah.
during our childhood.
But unfortunately, when I grow up, some of people in my home said that I'm not good at cooking. Even though when I was child, I like to play cooking, but unfortunately in real life I'm not good at it.
But I have a motivational quote that everyone is postpone chef because when we try to cook something, we can also become the master chef later on.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. I think it's enough.
Thank you. Okay. So let's give them a big round of applause to all the speakers here. Okay. So our timers, did they qualified?
itu gimana? Gak apa-apa, gak apa-apa. Tapi yang 110 enggak ya?
So
Di atas 1 menit, oke.
2 minutes 30 seconds still qualified, and beyond that I think disqualified.
Di bawah 2.30 semua. Di atas 1 menit semua, oke. Oke, the timer result, everyone is eligible.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, big round of applause for the speakers. And don't forget, we have this barcode, so you can vote your favorite speaker by having this barcode and then pick your favorite speakers. Okay, that's all from me. I return the stage to Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmasters Wilson. Thank you.
Has everyone voted for their most favorite table topic speaker? Not yet. We can wait. If you have difficulty, please feel free to raise your hand and we will help you to zoom the barcode again for your convenience. Kayaknya ada yang susah. Everyone's already voting? If so, ladies and gentlemen, fellow children, please give a big round of applause to our table topic teacher, Toastmaster Firman. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Firman, for your helpful and very exciting topics. Certainly, they help us to remember our childhood. Now, can I ask someone who has come forward to be interviewed with me? Do you want to be interviewed? That's a weird question, but okay, can you give it a mic? So, as I remember, you are Esther, right? Thank you very much for coming on stage. How do you feel after you come on stage and you made your very first table topic speech?
I feel a bit nervous, but I'm happy I can do it. I can do it.
Thank you very much. Please give a big round of applause for Esther. I still remember when I delivered my table topic speech for the first time. Back then, I wasn't a slow speaker like this. I spoke very fast and incorrigible. No one could understand what I was saying. But you know, with practice, practice doesn't make perfect. There is no perfection. Practice makes you better. Pursuing perfection is basically pursuing the impossible. So I never said myself, Wilson, you have to be perfect. That's not my idea. I just want to be better. And look at me now. I'm the president and I'm here. Okay, thank you very much. I didn't mean to. I'm so sorry. Okay. Okay, now we are about to move to the second session. Who still remember the second session? Prepared speech session. Thank you very much. Now, the prepared speech session is reserved only for registered members of Toastmasters. Here, they will be delivering their speech about the project that they have taken. Now, we have two children. Can you please go to the next slide? These two children are beloved students from Metropolitan Toastmaster School. We have Toast Junior Sinta and Toast Junior Tutu. Because we are still children. Let's forget we are all adults here. We are still children. We still drink milk. As you can see, these two students have different pathways. Toast Junior Sinta took dynamic leadership and Toast Junior Tutu took presentation mastery. And these two speakers will be introduced by their respective teachers. So can you go to the next slide? So for Toast Junior Sinta will be evaluated by Toast Senior Albert, our Vice President of Education. So Toast Senior Albert, please come to the stage and introduce your student in the stage. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Headmaster. No. You are the dean then. The what? The D. The D. This is stakeholder. Okay. So, good evening, everyone. I'm Albert. I will be evaluating Toastmaster Sinta for tonight, and she is going on her pathway of dynamic leadership on level 3, and she is taking the elective project, the second elective project. Her project tonight is connect with storytelling. Quite interesting, isn't it? And the purpose statement for her project is for Toastmaster Sinta to practice using a story within a speech or giving a speech that is a story. So, we are going to relive a memory today. Without any further ado, let's welcome Toastmaster Sinta, November Rain. November Rain, Toastmaster Sinta, the stage is fully yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Albert, for the kind introduction. So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So, November Rain. For those who are not familiar with November Rain, it is actually a song by the Guns N' Roses. Does anyone know Guns N' Roses? You know, okay, then I know we're in the same age range, yeah. So the song was very famous in the 90s, and the song pretty much tells about the struggle of a person who's facing a hardship and struggling with his feeling. And it was so hard for him, and it feels like holding a candle in a cold November rain. So let me tell you a story, this time about a girl, not a man, who's also facing quite a life-changing moment, I would say, in the last November. So this girl, she lived in the big city. She had pretty much a good job. She had some friends, not many, just a few good friends, you know, qualities over quantities. But all in a sudden, in the last November, one of her quite important relationships just ended abruptly. She felt obviously devastated. She felt that there was one big missing hole that is missing, currently missing in her life. So she thought that she should find some distractions to fill in that kind of missing hole. And what kind of distraction was that, she thought? She tried to do exercise. She went quite a lot to the stadium, to GBK. Later, GBK became just like a sanctuary for her. And luckily as well, at her office, she was also quite busy. There was an upcoming important visit from her regional office at that time. And she was appointed as the person in charge to organize the meetings. She was grateful. She felt lucky because she got the distraction she needed. That's what she thought. But boy, oh boy, just on the D-Day, when the visit should happen, she found out that she was positive. She was tested positive for COVID. And that was the first time she was tested positive for COVID in the last 2 years since the pandemic hit. Why on earth did it have to happen on the D-Day on the visit? Very important visit. The visit that she's been waiting for, the visit that she had been preparing so well, and of course she felt devastated again. But later on, she felt on the first day, second day, actually she felt okay. She felt not severe, she didn't feel severe physical pain or any significant symptoms. But later, on the third day, and then escalating to the fourth and fifth day, she felt isolated because she lived lonely, she lived by herself, and she could not go anywhere outside her apartment, her tiny apartment. And so she thought that it turned out the isolation itself hurt much, much more than the physical pain itself. But then she knew actually that she had to move forward. And then as the day went by, she started to think that maybe this is the time that I need. Maybe distractions are not the things that I need at the moment. She thought that maybe this is the time for me to be alone, for me to reflect on myself, for me to process all of the emotions, all of the feelings that I've been avoiding in the past few weeks. So, and then she remembered this November Rain song. One of the lyrics says that people come, people go, and actually no one is really sure who's letting go today. So by the time goes by, she finally could get out of her isolation days. She felt better. And then she remembered again the song. It says, nothing lasts forever. And then she thought, so does the pain. And that is why, ladies and gentlemen, in this very evening, she is able to stand up on this big stage delivering her speech. Thank you.
I forgot to breathe. I was so in awe with how Toastmaster Sinta delivered her story. And when she told her story about being isolated due to COVID, I remember the silent killer. It's not smoke, it's not diabetes, it's loneliness. As an extrovert myself, I am very prone to loneliness. So if I am at home at weekends, I don't have any friends to hang out, it's very hard to rest. It's very hard for me to enjoy the weekend because loneliness really attacks you, not physically, but just in the very vulnerable part of yourself. So I really relate to Toastmaster Sinta. I was able to get out from the loneliness. I was able to stand here meeting you guys and just wear this silly hat of mine. Got laughed at, but I can enjoy the meeting. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Sinta. You have graduated from junior to master. Thank you very much. So moving on, we have our second and the last speaker for tonight. Can you go to the next slide? Toastmaster Chuchu, with the Pathway Presentation Mastery, will be introduced by his evaluator, his teacher, Toastmaster Vita. Toastmaster Vita, can you get to the front of the stage and introduce the speaker, please?
Hello, everyone. Hi, Kak Cucu. Finally, you're doing your speech again. So today he will be delivering his, I think, fourth speech of the entire season he's being on Toastmasters. Presentation Mastery Level 1 and Project 4. The purpose of this project is to practice applying feedback and serve as a speech evaluator during club meeting. Also, this speech is for him to demonstrate the ability to deliver an effective, respectful speech and evaluation speech. Sorry. Difficulties taught me something I couldn't get from school. Toastmaster Cucu, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Wita, for the introduction. So, as per the titles, I'm going to deliver the speech. Difficulties taught me something that I didn't get from school. So I'm going to try my best for not telling you the sad stories, the sorrow, right? And yes, I have prepared this time. So, so I have a lot of things that I want to deliver in this tissue. Okay? So going back to my childhood, so actually I have lots of memories, not only the good ones, but also not really pleasant ones. So if I may say that I came from a family that is lack of fortune. My big brothers and my big sisters weren't able to go to school, to the college. Even me myself, my parents has told me at that time that if you are not able to go to the public university, I'm sorry that I couldn't afford your university. So, long story short, I have to struggle at that time, and then there were lots of hard times that I have to face during my senior high school, particularly. But from this experience, I have learned many things. Number one is that I can understand not only my weaknesses, but also my strength and my potential. So you can imagine if you are in a survival mode, right? So you have to struggle for life. So you will do anything to survive, to get money, to afford your life, right? So you have to expose with a lot of things only to get a pennies, only to serve the food on your tables, right? So even if it's you have to sell siomai, for example, and then, or probably you have to be the private teacher, and then also probably you have to sing on the streets, right? So by doing all these things, you can understand of what is something that you are good at and what is something that you think needs more improvement or something you bad at, in the other words. So by experiencing this, I know exactly of what are the strengths that I have, and that is something that I need to improve, and then that is something that I need to focus to for my future in my career later. So for example, another example is that you may be aware that not all the successful businessmen is coming from the wealthy family, right? For example, Jarum family, they came from the poor family, but they have struggled. Eventually, they can be a successful entrepreneur as of now, right? And then the second one that I learned is that how hard work, patience, and resilience can be paid off with something more pleasant that other people can imagine. So you may be also aware that when you flash back to your high school, there are the smartest person in the class, but he or she is actually the naughty boys or girls. he or she always skips schools, but she can be the smartest person in the class, and she or he was able to go to the best university in town. But somehow we also wondering that we, as not the smartest person, as not as smart as him or her, we have to struggle and we have to do the hard work so that eventually we can go to the university that we want, to the favorite one in the town. So by having this case that we learn if everybody has their own path for their success, right? And then the third one that I learned is that I know that saving and investment is a must, especially during this time, unpredictable situation in the future. So by experiencing the hard times, it made me get used to the ordinary lives. So we get used to something that is, yeah, it's in Indonesian we call it as pas-pasan, right? So we don't get used to something luxurious. We don't used to hang out in a fancy cafes or something. So whenever we have more monies, so we always strive to keep it as our saving and investment. So hopefully this is an eye-opener for those who are struggling out there. And then my message is always cheer up, stay dream big, and remember that there's a way if there's a will. Thank you very much.
The difficulties that I got taught me something that I couldn't study from school. The schools taught me how to do math, physics, chemistry, but they didn't teach me how to speak. So when I didn't have any friends, the school didn't teach me how to defeat my bullies. The school didn't teach me how to socialize with my friends. I was left alone. I definitely agree with Toastmaster Chuchu that the school doesn't teach us everything. When we recognize our weaknesses, we get to know our strengths, and if we work on it, we may get something much more valuable than something that we learned from school. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Chuchu, for the inspiring speech. Please give a big round of applause for two speakers tonight. Now, before we get to the voting, I would like to ask the time teacher, Toastmaster Bimo, are the two speakers eligible?
I'm the first speaker is eligible, but in the second speaker is not eligible. Two more time in the second speaker.
I see. Toastmaster Chuchu, unfortunately, you were over time. Just a few seconds. I'm so sorry.
Yes, few seconds.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we can skip this because we automatically have our winners. And so, that is all from the prepared speech session. Thank you very much for tuning in to Metropolitan Toastmaster School. And I would like to pass the control back to the headmaster, our general evaluator, Toastmaster Ozan. The stage is yours.
Well, thank you, Toastmaster Wilson. Back here again with that. I'm doing that pose again, huh? All right. Yeah, it's a good, funny pose for the bit. Anyway, for me, as a general evaluator, as per se, I would like to continue with the evaluation speech for the next session, which will be a two evaluator who evaluates the previous prepared speech. And for tonight, for the first evaluator, will be Toastmaster Albert, who would evaluate Toastmaster Sinta about her speech. Toastmaster Albert, the stage is yours.
So now who knows Guns N' Roses? Raise your hand. One, two, three, four, five. Oh, a lot. Thank goodness. Yeah, I know Toastmaster Sinta, you know Guns N' Roses, that's why you take it on the stage. But I like that. The opening, the introduction to how November Rain influenced you, and you take it all over into the story, and the story relates to us who has never ever got COVID. Lucky you! Are you chosen children then? I'm quite, yeah, a bit confused about that. But anyway, Toastmaster Sinta has already, congratulations to you to complete your project, and also congratulations on completing level 3. Yay! And with that, I really agree that she delivered a very great storytelling, a great story. However, in my opinion, there's always room for improvement. One thing that I observed from Toastmaster Sinta's speech was she delivered the story quite flat in tone. I really loved her story. She made the opening, the body, the closing, and she used quite the same pace from the beginning to the very end. In my opinion, there are three things that can improve your storytelling. I have mnemonics for it. Tanda-tanda vital in bahasa Indonesia. In English, it's vital signs because it makes your story lively. It's T for tone, T for tempo, the V is for volume. So you can change. What a very bad timing to get COVID. Give some pause, and then you continue. I have to continue to prepare for a very, very prestigious meeting, but I miss it. You feel the difference now? That's how you make it very lively. But all in all, you delivered a very, very good story. We really relate with it very well. And I want you to challenge you to use these three things: the vocal variety thing, the tone, the tempo, and the volume in your next speech. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Sinta, and back to General Evaluator, Toastmaster Rosen.
Thank you, Toastmaster Albert. Well, with that tone and the volume, I certainly have to put a loud voice for tonight. And then up next, for the next evaluator, that will be Toastmaster Wita, that will evaluate Toastmaster Cucu regarding his speech. Toastmaster Wita, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ozan. Toastmaster Cucu, congratulations on finally finishing your level 1. Yay! After what, how many years? Toastmaster Cucu was a very excellent person. He was serving as a secretary and treasurer on the previous term of the EXCO, so he's very busy. This is the only time that he's finally having the time to do his speech. I have a few strengths. I put it in the bullet points. Your consistent eye contact is very good. The audience, I feel like you're very comfortable in the stage with the audience as well. You demonstrate a skillful pause technique instead of relying on filler words like elongating your last word effectively, such as I quote, you might be aware that, and then you pause instead of using, you might be aware that it's very good, and your ability to draw lessons from the survival mode experiences, it's noteworthy. I really liked it. I appreciate your dynamic movement on stage. Also, your speech consistently contain well-structured and engaging content. And also the last one is that you leave lasting impression by concluding your speech with an impactful quote. There are also areas for improvement. Consider the diving right into your speech without a formal introduction to immediately capture the audience attention. I mean, you don't have to really introduce, this is me, I'm Chuchu, I'm doing this speech, blah, blah, blah. You can just like jump into it. And then I think devoting more time onto your speech preparation could elevate your performance. Because I remember the first time I saw you doing your first speech about statistic, I think it's because you are having it all, you're performing really well. I think if you have put more preparations more, you will be excelling at your speech. Again, congratulations on finishing level 1. Yay! Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Wita. And tonight that concludes for the evaluation speech. We shall proceed. But beforehand, before we vote, I would like to ask the timer first. How does the evaluation speech goes? Does 2 of them are eligible for the ballot? Those are eligible for the post. And therefore, you can all scan the QR codes on the stage to vote for your favorite evaluation speaker. In the meantime, while you're voting, we shall move on with the evaluation speech overall of the meeting. And she shall proceed with the grammarian for tonight. And so, I don't want to get more in the way. And so tonight we shall proceed with the evaluation session, which does come help from my assistant, Toastmaster Bimo. Would you like to go to stage? Toastmaster Riyad, would you like to go on the stage to present the grammarian for what tonight?
Thank you, GE. For tonight, I noticed that there haven't been any major or significant grammar mistakes. However, I do still take notes some of them. The most common one is the usage of present tense when past tense could have been more proper. Some examples are she lives, it should be she lived. My parents has, it should be my parents had. I know this is pretty troublesome for us Indonesians because we do not have this kind of structure in our language. But do keep it in mind when you talk about something in the past, switch your brain to always use past tense in all the verbs. Other than that, another example is I'm really scared. It should be I'm really scared, turns to passive. Everybody have their own afraid. It should be fear because you should use the noun there. I'm still remember. It shouldn't be 2 verbs because am and remember are both verbs. So you should say only I still remember. And other than the grammar, I also jot down some of the quotes, thoughts, and words. The first one, que sera sera. I think it's pretty famous. Whatever will be, will be. And also Toastmaster Sinta mentions a lot of inspirational and motivating words such as isolation hurts much more than the physical pain itself. And people come, people go. No one is really sure who is letting go today. And also from Toastmaster Cucu, hard work and resilience can be paid off with something pleasant that other people can't imagine. And if there's a way, there's a will. And I think that's the report from me today. Thank you. Back to you, GE.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rian. And now we shall proceed with the next part, which is the A and WOD counter. Toastmaster Imam, would you like to go on stage to present?
Cek. Oke. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to at America Pacific Blast Jakarta. Thank you for your energy, Toastmaster, Mets Jakarta. It's the first time for me to correct a control lock. So definitely is overall it's okay, but for Nabila, there are 30 words like repeat a moment, and then TMDD, there are 5, uh, words that you mentioned, and also guess Esther 6 words like Antika as a guess 11, TM Sinta for wait 7 and 3, and TM Cucu there are 6 words, and so 2 but 2 and other memory 2. Thank you in my explanation.
All right. All right. Thank you, Toastmaster Imam. Yeah. And shall we, before we close the evaluation session, I would like to have some thoughts about what will happen tonight. Because for tonight, the meetings goes in time. Applause for that, please. Okay. And one thing about having a table topics and evaluation and the prepared speech session, those are have two different vibes, yeah. Firstly, for those who haven't even never been on the stage to have a speaker before, and before that, I would like to applaud for all role takers for tonight because this is their first time having to be taken a role taker. I appreciate the effort and the willingness from them to come up on stage to have the role taking. And for the first time, although with the some kind, I would like to point out regarding the table topic session. That's very interesting about having one of them having a two people conversation as a topic station. That's very interesting. And although one thing I had a point in mind, because this was a stage and possibly our meetings was recorded on live, it is best advised to be mindful about whatever you're speaking or not through your microphone. And in fact, if you wanna, perhaps you speaking that way, this might be heard, but it doesn't be heard by a recording. So it's a stage habit. It could be improved. It's very minor. And move on to the table topics. And with the press speech, I'd like the tone about Toastmaster Albert regarding the volume, tone, and tone, volume, and tempo. That's correct. And this was certainly not something to be acquired instantly. This is not something about this instantly. This was supposed to be what you can do repeated times. And certainly because our Indonesian habits, speaking monotone and our volume, how is being backward, that is something that we can work on. That is not, you could say you don't have to be afraid if you couldn't see to come out stage. In fact, this has to be, well, you can do it on your own. You can speak into a mirror, or you can have a proper conversation with your friends. And that is why it's quite important to us to having this evaluation every time the prepared speech come out on stage, so we can work to improve for our betterment of ourselves. And with that, I believe that concludes the general evaluation for tonight's meeting. I would like to segue our session towards the ballot counter to introduce the next favorite speakers for tonight. I believe Toastmaster Sylvia.
Thank you for the time. And as I mentioned, I will collect. As I mentioned, that I will collect and count all the vote. Now it's time for me to announce the winner. And for the each session, let's see. First, we have the table topic speaker. The Toastmaster that remind us for the BPJS income tax. Every precious moment in the childhood. You can guess. Give big applause to Toastmasters Sauki. May you come to the stage? Who will give? And Toastmaster Wilson will give the certificate. Oh, masuk juga ya.
are welcome to try. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And for the prepared speaker, sorry to Toastmaster Cucu for not eligible. So please give big applause to Toastmaster Sinta. Thank you. And finally, the evaluator. I will announce the evaluator who reminds us for the three things for the vocabulary things, tones, and tempo. Please welcome and big applause to Toastmaster Albert. Okay. Okay, that's all for my side. Okay. Okay, thank you. Congratulations. Okay, I give back again to Toastmaster Nikki.
Thank you very much for everyone. Have fun. Let's try one more time. Have fun.
Go, man.
All right, better. All right, thank you so much, everyone. I think today I was really blown away. Very awesome table topics, very awesome speakers, very awesome evaluator. Can I have a big round of applause for tonight, please? All right, thank you very much. Now, do we have time? Okay. All right, before I close today's meeting, actually, I'd like to give a quick shout out to our visiting Toastmasters. I think visiting Toastmasters, Zuina. Can you kindly come up to the stage to have a short chit chat for now? All right, thank you so much. Can we have an applause for her as well, please? Thank you. Where's the other mic? Ozan. There we go. All right. Nothing very serious, don't worry. Okay, so can you tell us a little bit more? Why did you come here today? How, like, and then maybe you came with friends as well?
Hi everyone here. I'm visiting from Ultimate Toastmaster Club. And the last time Esther was come here and he said the session is what fun, great, and interesting to join. And our office is around here, so we take a decision and come here today.
All right, thank you so much. How was today's session though? What was the most memorable thing that stuck in your mind?
It's a lot our childhood memory. Everyone share about it, and it's very good to hear that, and we can learn from that.
All right, definitely. All right, thank you so much, Toastmaster Serena, and looking forward to seeing you as well next time here. All right, cool. So there we go. All right, so I think we're quite running out of time, pretty much short. So in that case, well, to close this meeting, if you guys want to know more about our meetings, like when is our meeting, and then you want to see the updates for tonight as well, feel free to feel free to follow our social media, Instagram at mets.toastmasters, or you can also scan over there for our Instagram. And then next, okay, I'm quite embarrassed to see this on the big screen. But if you do want to ask more about, let's say, membership, how to become one of our Mets Toastmasters members, you can scan the QR code on the most left part, and that will take you to my WhatsApp. and then you can ask me anything, just during normal hours, okay? And then don't text me at midnight or something. I'll just block you. All right. And then for the members, if you guys want to know, want to give us some feedback regarding, let's say, what's your goals, what's your interests, you can also scan the one in the middle. Basically, that'll take you to a survey, which will kind of, you can fill in your interests and whatnot. And then last but not least, especially for our guests, we really encourage you to scan the third QR code, which will lead you guys to our WhatsApp group for guests as well. There you can access the photos for tonight, which is really important, I know. And then we will also let you guys know about the meetings, our next meetings as well. All right, and I think last but not least, that concludes our meeting for tonight. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming. And you can also scan over there in the QR code if you would like to know more about our meeting. And yes, I need to knock the gavel to close the meeting. All right, with this, I would officially close the meeting. All right. And I'll give the control back to our lovely guide over there. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Nikita. All right, thank you very much to all Metropolitan Toastmaster members for another fun session. So earlier in this event, we had a social media quiz, if you remember, and the question was, when was the first unofficial Toastmasters meeting held? And the correct answer to that is D, March 24th, 1905. Shout out to today's lucky one at Dava Sagun from Instagram for answering correctly. Thank you so much, everyone, for participating in our social media quiz. Don't forget to tune in next time and catch a chance to get a live shout out from us. You can also develop more brilliant ideas with a platform like this by simply visiting our website at www.atmerica.org.id. You can also submit your event ideas and we will make it for you. Also, don't forget to follow us on our Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at ATMerica for interesting contents, giveaways, and so much more. And also, you can always rewatch our previous programs on our YouTube channel at ATMerica with double A at the end. All right. Again, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. And congratulations to all award winners for today's episode of Metropolitan Toastmaster Meeting. My name is Sasna. See you on the next at our America event. Bye bye, everybody.